Hey, what's up guys? This is Unique Time here from the Unique Clan, and welcome to our new series called Gun Tutorials. In this series, we're going to be uploading a Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, where in each video, we'll be using a different gun from Modern Warfare 3 until we use every single gun in the game. During the gameplay, mainly I will be commentating, telling you guys what maps, what area of the maps you guys should be using this gun for, to get MOABs, mainly. Finally, we will show the best custom class to use for the gun. Today, in our first episode of Gun Tutorials, we'll be talking about the M41. Let's get started, guys. So, we chose the M41 as our first video episode because, well, it's one of the first assault rifles that you unlock. It might even be the default one, I'm not sure. But, I definitely know that it's one of the first ones. So, I definitely recommend you guys to use the M41 on maps that have a lot of open areas. For example, like Village. And some of you guys might criticize me of that because you guys know that it's not that open. Like, well, at sea, it's closed up. There's a lot of houses and there's alleyways where it's very tight, and you'll always find a close range fight. And that's why I'm telling you guys to stay away from CDOM if you guys are using the M4A1 and you want to get a MOAB. You want to stay, like you need Destiny in this gameplay, between A and B. You want to stay in the open because, well, you don't want to be in the open, but you want to pick up the guys who are in the open. Because, the M4A1 is not the strongest weapon ever. It probably takes about 4 to 5 shots before you execute the enemies. Unlike the ACR, which can be used at close range, medium range, or long range. So the M41 definitely takes skill to use it, and you need to have good reactions, and you need to know how to drop shot a lot. So these maps that I recommend are maps like Village, maybe Outpost. It's the same as Village. There are close, tied up spots, but you can also nice open spots where you'll definitely get your MOAB maybe. And I definitely do not recommend for the M41, and that's Dome. And some of you guys might just say it because it's small, but I'd like to say it because although it is small, you always get stuck with people coming from both sides of you. And with the M41, you'll need to be a complete beast at aiming, drop shotting, pretty much everything, to be able to get a MOAB with that gun on Dome. So it'd be pretty hard. Of course, you guys could do it as a challenge, but I definitely would not recommend it. So now we come to our custom class that the Unique Clan all agreed on, and yeah, let's get started with it. So obviously, the primary weapon is the M4A1, and you should use double attachment. And if you were a good aimer and you like to move a bit around more rushing, I recommend using the silencer because you want to stay quiet when using the M41, because if you do wound up in a close range fight where the guy does know that you're there, then there's a big chance that you'll die, and you don't want to risk those times. So I'd say silencer and extended mags. If you're not so impressive when you're using when you're aiming and stuff, you're not that good at aiming, then I would recommend silencer and rapid fire. And your secondary, depending on what kind of player you are, again, if you're an objective player, I recommend using the Stinger to help your teammate, not only help your teammates, but also if you shoot down air support, it counts as a kill towards your MOAB streak. So definitely a plus there. And also, if you are a noob, as some people would say, I'd recommend using the FMG and Akimbos, because if you are to wound up in a close range fight, then just go over to the Akimbos. So and then I'd probably be using Claymore because you want to stay around in one spot like Destiny did for this game. He stayed under B for a long time, and he did die from his behind at the end there, and if he had a Claymore, he might have been saved, but he already got his MOAB, so it didn't matter. But for future guys, I'd recommend using the Claymore. And then I'd recommend really badly to use the portable radar, because let's say that you are in the enemy base at one point, and then if ever there was to be a close range and you were close to your portable radar, you'd know where they were coming, and it'd give you a really big plus advantage and definitely give you a higher chance of getting the MOAB. Perks quickly are Sleight of Hand, Hard Line, and Marksman. And then I use a Specialist Strike package where I'd use Assassin, Scavenger, and Steady Aim, guys. The video's coming to an end, so I'm just going to quickly speed this up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Rate, comment, and of course subscribe